Doesn't matter because we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna record this podcast and we're gonna fucking nail it, Nick.
Yeah,
You ready?
yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Welcome to Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. My name is Ian Moore, my commentating partner and co-host Nicholas. Nick is on. I just spit all over my computer screen. Nick is he's stranded. His car exploded, so he's at his house.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why we cannot be in person. But I'm in front of the green screen. You know what we should do? We should get you a green screen.
What do you mean? I got a white screen. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
I wonder if I can make that work.
I feel like you could. I feel like you could at least put a background because it's all white.
I wonder, cause it takes like one select color, right?
Yeah.
Problem is I don't know if it would match like your skin and it would like because it's not that
Yeah.
close, but or like match both of our skin, and then we're like fucked. I just turned off the AC, so I gotta remember to turn that back on or I get my ass kicked. Okay, hold on. Gotta make sure I set a timer so I remember. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody doing good? We're not live streaming, of course. That's a future plan is that we'll be filming while live streaming. But on today's episode of Forever Talking, we are going to be talking about the Jake Paul versus Mike Perry fight, as well as our predictions for UFC 304 happening this weekend.
Yeah.
Nicholas. It's a pretty big last couple weeks for fights. Not nearly as big as it would have been. It would have been Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul on Saturday. That got
Yeah.
ruined, and for a more competitive fight, even though it really wasn't competitive, but it's going to be
Yeah.
more competitive than what we're going to watch. And careful, I,
Maybe.
yeah,
Maybe.
I went
I don't
on.
know. This fight was bad.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I just know I went on Facebook after this fight, and I got the people stirred up again. I was talking some shit. I got the people's. It's funny how much I hate Jake, but
Yeah.
how much like older
You'll
people
be.
love it's. I have to defend Jake to piss off other people.
It's really not defending it. It's what's gonna happen.
It's just a fact. I mean, it might be a little. We'll talk about it. It might be a little more competitive than I thought it could be, but it's still the result will remain the same. I'm not worried about it still,
Yeah.
even after this fight actually solidified what I thought is going to happen. So
Yeah.
that's really it. We only got two big subjects today, and then we'll kind of we'll bounce around on some other things. But before we get into UFC 304, at the end of the episode, let's just talk about Jake Paul and Mike Perry.
Yeah.
Obviously, July 20th, Saturday, Jake Paul, Mike Perry was originally supposed to happen um, in Texas on Netflix in AT&T Stadium, Jerry World, in front of 80 to 100,000 people, and was supposed to be on Netflix and was going to do millions and millions and millions upon buys. No matter what you feel about this event, Wade Clem said it best. This fight will be as big as, if not almost as big, if not bigger, than the Rumble in the Jungle. And Nick, the Rumble in the Jungle was Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. Um, and that fight was back then they didn't really have pay-per-view numbers or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
this will kind of be, I believe it was George Foreman. Was it George Frazier? No, it was Foreman. Yeah,
That's
it was Foreman. It was Foreman. It was Foreman. I got it. Don't
I have
you
no
worry.
idea.
We weren't alive. It was a good fight. Not really. He beat the shit out of him, but it was, it was big back then.
Yeah.
Um, so let's talk about it, shall we? Obviously you didn't watch some of the undercard fights. I did. Um,
Yeah. I didn't even watch the full fight.
I watched HGO Sylph get knocked out in one of the most insane knockouts I've ever seen in my entire life. I
Oh
did
yeah, you sent me that. You sent me that.
I send that to you? Yeah, that guy
Yeah,
got
that guy.
fucking floored. You know what sucks about that? He
What?
was dominating the whole fight. He would have won so
Wow.
comfortably, and he got knocked unconscious.
Well, you know, it happened.
Boxing ain't a joke, dude.
Yeah,
Boxing,
well,
boxing ain't a joke. Not
it,
only
it
that,
also sucks.
he got
Sucks
like,
that it was in boxing too, because the loss in boxing is huge.
dude, he got like Tyron Woodley knocked out.
Yeah, it's
Like
huge.
it was ass up in the air.
I'm just picturing. He had purple shorts, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
The half was in the air.
yeah, he got fucked up. Hate to see it. Amanda Serrano beat up some local person who never stood a chance. And then we got Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. So listen, once again, Mystic Moore. This fight went exactly how I said it was going to go. Jake Paul
Yeah,
by knockout. I said it could go decision. It started to look like it was going to get there just because Mike Perry, no matter what, all 6 rounds, Jake won. Uh,
dude, he killed him every round.
it wasn't even close in
I,
any.
I watched the first 4 rounds, and I thought Mike Perry's corner should have like threw the towel in after the first round.
I thought about that. I actually thought that that might be a possibility, but I can't imagine like
But
that.
it was just it was obvious because Jake was obviously bigger. He was a lot bigger, and like he was just destroying him at every.
Yeah,
It should have been stopped earlier.
it was. I mean, from the rip, from a minute in. So just off the bat, we said that this was like we could see it going to decision, but it was likely going to be a Jake Paul knockout. We also said that Mike Perry had a somewhat chance, most likely not, but his only chance was doing the Nate Diaz method, walking forward like a zombie, throwing punches. Because Nate Diaz's defense isn't great. It mostly consists of more offense,
Yeah,
um, and throw punches to avoid getting hit. Mike Perry went the Nate Diaz route, but with one critical factor um, missing was throwing any sort of punches
yeah,
at all. Mike Perry's
Eh,
plan was to roll with said punches and to try and clip Jake on a counter. That might work in bare knuckle fighting to fight with your hands down and to absorb punches and
yeah.
throw one back and to be as flat footed as humanly possible. That's never, ever, ever going to work here. And it showed. And even on top of that, like those two standing next to each other,
Yeah,
Jake
the
was
size was
Jake was 30 pounds heavier than this
yeah.
fucking guy. I mean, I'd imagine Mike Perry struggled to get up to this weight.
Hmm.
Um, maybe not. Maybe I mean maybe like this is walking around weight. Jake's walking around at 220.
Yeah,
So Jake had to walk, he had to cut to get here. And he looked fucking big and his punches look hard. And it doesn't matter who you are. If you stand there and you continue to get punched in the face by this guy, you're going to go down.
yeah.
It's human nature. There's a very fine line between being a badass and make no mistake, Mike Perry's a badass. There's a very fine line between being a badass and stupidity. It just
It
doesn't make
was.
sense at all.
I mean, at least the Nate Diaz fight. At least Nate Diaz, he looked decent. Like
It,
this one was bad.
well, it's because Nate Diaz had some level of like shot select. I mean, he throws very sloppy looking punches that are more slappy, if anything, but he's still throwing. And when he throws, that stops Jake from throwing.
Yeah,
Let me close the door real quick.
you good?
But like Mike Perry, I mean, he looked like he just,
He
like
looked
he
like he
looked like
never
he
boxed before.
no, and he got hit with that first shot, and Mike was slower because he's never fought at this weight before, and on top of it was just, I mean, he was
Yeah,
slower because he's never fought at the weight, and Jake is a little more comfortable fighting that weight. He's done it a couple times, and he was just so much
and Jake,
faster than
he's
Mike
just better
Perry.
too.
He was a better fighter. He was so much faster. He hits hard. But Jake at 200 pounds, when those shots land, they look like they hurt.
Yeah,
Um, so But enough talking about Mike Perry. We knew that he didn't have a chance. Um,
I thought he would look better, but
I thought he would, put his hands up.
yeah,
Thought, I don't count like block some punches, dude. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like the amount of CTE that he gained just by not putting his hands up,
yeah, I know.
it just doesn't. Those things don't make sense at all.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. Um. So yeah, how'd you feel Jake looked?
I thought he looked all right, but like his opponent was so bad. But I still don't. He still didn't look good to me, if that makes sense. Like he looked good, but not great.
I
What do you think?
so like with the problem with Jake Paul right now is that his level of competition has not risen since the Tommy Fury fight.
No,
And not only has it not risen after the Tommy Fury fight, it took such a decline. Like Nate Diaz is a good fight for him. Um, but then
I
how do you
guess.
it's a good fight to like come back from, recover.
Yeah,
It's a guy who's gonna be in your face and he's gonna hit you a little bit and
yeah.
you have to find a way to knock him out and win by points. But it's a good comeback fight for him. But then you have to up the levels after that. Um, then he fought some, I can't remember the fucking other guy's name. It doesn't
Dude
matter.
who didn't even like, get a punch on him.
No, the guy got he got uppercutted to death, and then he fought Ryan Borland, and Jake looked terrible fighting Ryan Borland.
Yeah,
Um, Here I thought he looked better. Um, I thought
but
that while his shot selection was still good, I think that the accuracy was starting to find its way a little bit. Now, with that being said, he's again, like you said, who is he throwing punches against? It's a guy who wasn't moving his head off the center line
yeah,
or putting his hands up at all.
yeah. It was.
But with that being said, my dad just went to the bathroom. You can hear that on the microphone.
You can't. You can't.
Um, Now with that being said, like the knockout, or not the knockout, I guess a knockout. Like when Jake landed, they looked like
Uh,
very devastating shots.
well, then again, though, Mike Perry's hands were down.
No, I'm not I understand that to land those shots, it wasn't impressive in any nature.
No,
I'm saying that when he does land those shots, they are effective. But we knew that about Jake.
but are they effective on guys his size?
That's the thing. I don't think
We
so.
don't know. I don't think so either.
I guess we don't know. But I mean, whenever they both weighed 185 or 190, they weren't effective on Tommy.
Yeah.
And he landed that overhand right a numerous amount of times on Tommy, who was not phased by it at all. You could maybe argue that Tommy has a really good chin because he took a couple KSI shots, but Tommy was
I,
a lot
I was gonna
bigger.
say, well, but when KSI hit Tommy, he didn't want to get hit again.
I mean, that's true. And
It
also
was
Tommy was a lot
different.
bigger than KSI was.
Yeah.
Um, I think that Jake still hits hard. The point I'm trying to get here is that it will knock out Mike Tyson.
Yeah, because he's older.
Yes. No other reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
But but it I think like watching this fight was me watching to see if Jake one, it's like on paper, it's a fun fight. We knew it was gonna end, the way it did. But
Yeah.
it's interesting because I wanted to watch it to see if Jake was improving at the 200-pound weight class because this is the way he wants to fight to win a world
hmm
title at.
He
I
did
don't.
look a little gassed
He does look
now,
tired. That's what I was gonna say.
but
He kept
but I feel
fighting
like he's
and
I
throwing,
feel
but
like he's one of those people. I feel like he's one of those people where he looks tired, but he's actually not. Like you said, he kept throwing.
I think that could be a possibility because he was throwing still
Yeah.
consistently from the start of the fight to the end of the fight. So I don't think like going into a fight with Jake, you can rely on that gas tank. Now, whenever he
Yeah,
fights at 220 against Tyson, let's see. Like that's just like no matter what we're gonna say, like the weight for Jake to fight Tyson is not natural for him. I mean, it's
yeah,
natural. It's what he's walking around at, but it's what he's walking around at out of
yeah, but
shape.
you don't want to fight it at what you're walking around at.
No. Um, but like I still think if he lands a shot at that weight, it's gonna be devastating, especially against a 60-year-old man.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
the question is can he land the shot? Um,
Yeah, I think so.
and like I don't believe that Mike Tyson. Like I know everybody says the power is the last thing that goes. I don't care. I don't think I don't think the power is there to knock
For
out.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think so either.
he can knock out me,
Yeah,
but to
like
knock out a young, hungry, you know,
like Jake Paul's good, but he's not a world champion, but he's good at
he, he's,
boxing.
he's a good amateur boxer.
Yeah,
He's a really good high level amateur, low level pro.
yeah,
But that's enough to beat a 6-year-old guy who hasn't fought in 25 years.
yeah,
And this watching the Mike Perry fight, I still believe that is the case. I don't my opinion hasn't really changed. Now
yeah.
it has brought forth one question. What
Yeah.
happens when somebody's actually throwing shots his direction, you know,
What's power?
with some
Well,
level of power? Because Mike Tyson's he's still, even though I don't think it's devastating power anymore, he's still hitting harder than Nate Diaz.
oh yeah,
He obviously is going to hit harder than Mike Perry. He's probably still the hardest puncher Jake's going to be fighting.
yeah.
Like I think that's
Because Tommy doesn't hit hard, so yeah,
no. I mean, Tommy throws really good combinations and a really good jab,
yeah, but he's not a power hitter.
but I think Tyson's still going to be the hardest hitter Jake's ever fought. I think
Yeah,
that and throwing and Jake getting somebody who's throwing shot because no matter what, Jake's going to be on the back foot and Mike Tyson will be on the front foot, unless the
do you
game
think so?
plan that's how Mike Tyson thinks it's going to go.
Yeah,
And,
until he gasses out.
yeah, and I think Mike's gonna come out bobbing and weaving. I think he is gonna throw some shots, and I think they are gonna land on Jake in the beginning. But I think once round two comes, or
Yeah, it's
I mean,
gonna.
if Jake's game plan is not gonna be we're gonna fight on the back foot.
Yeah, no.
It's we're gonna try to walk through this guy and put him on the back foot because Mike Tyson can't fight on the back foot. Um, and like I've seen the clips of Mike Tyson training. I don't care about 20-second edited footage
Yeah, we
with
don't even
no
know if that's recent.
yeah, and that I have no idea if it's recent with no shots coming back at him in any way in an actual ring. If you want like the only footage that you can use of Mike Tyson fighting that would be accurate to what you're going to see on November 11th is when he fought Roy Jones Jr.
And he looked terrible.
and he looked like an old man then,
And so did the other guy. Yeah,
and Roy Jones looked like an old guy. Now Mike, looked good for a 52-year-old man.
yeah,
That doesn't stack up, you know?
yeah. I
And
mean,
what's a good way that what's a good analogy? Like Stefan is a really good Veta player, but me, I'm the best player in the world. It just doesn't it doesn't add up, you know?
uh,
um I, so like I under I it's just I watching the Mike Perry fight and like it gave me some questions like what happens, you know, when Mike comes forward because I think Mike's gonna land shots, right?
yeah, probably. I have no idea how it'll look
I don't know what it's gonna look like either.
because
I
he
don't
fought like 6 years ago. I still don't even know if this fight will happen.
It's a good chance that we got to get Mike in the ring first.
That's what I'm saying. And for him to get in the ring, he's got to train. And I don't know if his body can hold up training. That's probably why he got hurt this time.
Yeah. And I just like if you ask me or anybody who has any fight knowledge on if you ask a Wade Plem or a True Geordie or
Yeah,
whoever it is who knows the crossover boxing scene, because you have to know the crossover boxing scene and the real boxing scene to understand how this is going to go. You can't just know the crossover scene and not know anything about professional boxing in the way that Mike Tyson really fights. And you can't just know, because that's what all the old heads know. They just know pro boxing and what Mike Tyson did a long, long time ago, and they don't know anything about crossover boxing. If you know anything about these guys and how they fight and what they are now, the consensus, the majority consensus beyond people outside of even ourselves, is that Mike Tyson's going to get very, very hurt.
yeah.
Like, there's a good chance he will
I
get
mean, it
hurt.
really, I mean, just overall, he's 58 or whatever he is.
Yeah.
You're
And
boxing at that age against Jake's age. What is Jake, 30?
27, I think.
Yeah, you put 27-year-old against a 58-year-old.
I don't see it.
Yeah,
I was hoping that watching this fight, and believe me, guys, we want Mike Tyson to win.
well,
Well, I mean, you have all of you have ruined that.
so that's what I was like. If you would have asked us at the very beginning, who do you want to win? Very easily, Mike Tyson. But
Yeah,
from what we've been talking about,
but all these comments and all these,
this would be the worst loss we take.
yeah, it's been getting at me. We talk about it every fucking week. Um,
But we're also very confident.
yeah, I think that I'm out. Like I'm still worried about Mike Tyson. I don't like this fight at all for him. I
No,
it
he's gonna get destroyed.
I'm worried that he gets hurt. Like hurt, hurt.
I
Like
could see it
hospital visit.
because I think Jake's gonna go in there and try to knock his head off.
Well, yeah. I, all Mike Tyson is to Jake Paul right now is a highlight reel.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's
And
just such a shame that it's gonna get so many views though because of the old timers. You think Mike Tyson hasn't aged?
it's a great marketing sell. It's a great sell. I
Yeah, I
guess
agree.
you hate to see it. I mean, but I mean,
Yeah,
I like if you. So I went on Facebook as soon as this fight ended. Like immediately when Mike Perry went down for the last time, I went on Facebook because I knew I was going to get some people going. I just put it. Actually, I made this post public. Only my inner circle saw it. It's okay. But I go, shocking. That went exactly how I said it was going to go. Again, makes you think about what Mike Tyson's fate may be in November. Implying if I was right about this and almost every other fight that we've predicted thus far,
yeah,
what are the chances? Um, my uncle came in and said Tyson will kill him. I responded and go, Tyson's going to get flatlined.
yeah.
My uncle goes, I'll fight the guy for him. And I responded with, you might have a better chance.
I don't know how old your uncle is, but
He doesn't.
he's
My,
full.
my uncle doesn't have a chance either. My dad commented
Oh,
and he goes, it's not like that was an impressive. He fought a nobody and looked like a nobody. And I was like, Mike
that's
Perry.
partially true.
I was like, it's kind of true. But Mike Perry, bare knuckle FC world champion in the prime of his career off a win streak, or Mike Tyson, 58 years old, coming off of a stomach ulcer and last fought 25 years ago and got knocked out. Who's the better competition?
Yeah,
We have to be you have to look at all the details to see what we see here. And it mostly starts and ends with a 60-year-old Should not. I'm so concerned. I'm so concerned.
I also feel like the pace that Mike Perry had will be higher than Mike Tyson will have.
I just don't see. I don't think a 58-year-old man can possess the speed necessary.
Yeah,
I've seen the clips. I understand that the clips. He looked fast in the clips. But
and I,
did he look fast against Jake or did he look fast for him?
and well, and the one thing I don't know if his body will hold up because Jake does go for the body.
And so does Mike. And that's kind of Mike's thing.
Yeah, but Jake Paul's young and his body can take it. I'm saying I just don't know how well his body will take the hits.
Yeah, man. I see I see a
We,
flat
we
I see a flat line knockout. Like just like I even Riley got after me.
well,
Riley goes,
we
put I put $100 on that he's not gonna get killed. And I was like, that's a terrible bet because he might
does
actually
he mean
die.
like okay, I was gonna say literally or
He could.
yeah.
That's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned that
That's
he
what,
could actually die in this ring.
he's
He's
all the
six
hits
feet.
he's taken.
Dude, if he gets hit, if he it, I can't even think about it. If he gets hit and goes down, now the gloves are bigger, so maybe, but if he it's not, I mean, I don't even think it's gonna matter. If he gets
No,
hit and goes down and hits his head on the canvas,
I'm more worried like if he's getting hit, a bunch of times, wobbled, so his
yeah.
brain's already like messed up, and then he just Jake hits one clean hit.
I
They
mean,
might need
I'm
to bring a
trying to think if there's like any path to victory.
they gotta bring a casket out.
I
And Jake's walkout, he should bring one.
It just like what a dirtbag this guy is, dude.
And it just sucks because he's gonna make millions off it.
Millions upon millions of dollars. I would take it too.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's not even a conversation. It's just not a very ethical thing to do. He knows he's gonna win.
he
I
knew he was
mean,
gonna win this fight.
huh?
I
Well,
think it's the only
yeah.
fight he ever since Tommy Ferry, he's known he's
And
gonna win every fight.
that brings up the KSI thing again. It's just like
Uh,
that guy's still the only one, the only fight that he could take that would make sense and would be competitive.
yeah, but they gotta get the weight right. KSI's right on that now.
Never
200
gonna
is way too high.
never gonna happen.
I know.
Never, it's just not gonna happen. Today, Slim and Anthony Taylor were saying that KSI pulled out of the fight. And that KSI just deleted all the fight promotion off of his Instagram. So that fight might not even be happening
You know,
due to frustrations with DAZN. So I guess we'll see.
we got,
That guy's had a bad week. His whole album got leaked.
oh,
He
that sucks.
Yeah, he had a song with Billie Eilish on it. And John Legend, like like the biggest artist in the world right now.
They
I
probably
mean,
were pissed at him.
oh, he's pissed.
Well, how'd it get leaked?
People just have a way. I don't know how. People on the internet. I did it. It was me. Psych. People on the internet are crazy. They just find ways to do things. Let's talk about the UFC before this timer runs out.
Not that. You got to get to your game.
And I gotta get to my game. True.
That's a. I think there's only like three fights I remember seeing.
It's the big ones. It's the big
Oh
ones.
yeah, I guess.
Um,
I don't think you can call Bilal Muhammad fight big.
Bobby Green and Patty Pimblett.
Yeah,
I like this fight.
I got um. Fuck. It's what's his name? King Green now.
Bobby
Thought he
Green.
changed. Yeah, it says like King Green on UFC though,
God, I don't know. Just as Bobby
or
Green.
King Bobby. I kind of. But yeah, I got him winning this fight.
His last fight was in April and he beat Jim Miller. Oh, it was at UFC 300 and he beat Jim Miller by decision.
Yeah, this guy fights a lot. So
He's 32 and 15.
yeah, but he's
Patty's
good.
Patty's 21 and 3. This is his biggest step up in competition, I would say.
Patty Pimblett.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
Oh, he
good.
fought Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson,
That
good.
I think that nah, he's not that good.
I guess he was.
He was good. He's done.
Yeah.
Tony's
Um,
Tony's done. Tony was great. Was great. He's not great anymore. Um, this is a hard one, dude.
it's not for me. I think he's gonna knock Patty out.
You think so?
I think he's either gonna knock Patty out or Patty will like submit him or take him down to the ground. This guy can box.
I think it's a step up in competition, but I don't think it's like a giant hurdle.
Yeah, it's not. It's like,
This guy's got a lot of experience, dude.
yeah.
He's older.
Well, 32 is not bad though.
I think he's older than that.
Oh, I thought you said he was 32.
I think he's like 37.
I could see it.
Yeah, he's 37.
Dang.
He's an
I
old
thought you
fuck.
said 32 for some reason. Yeah,
I-
that's a big difference.
If Patty wins this fight, he gets in the top 15, I'd imagine.
He's not already in there?
I think so. Not to my knowledge. I could be wrong
Yeah,
about that.
he beats this guy.
Yeah, if he beats this guy's in the top 15. You think a knockout, huh?
Yeah, Patty's defense is not great.
No, it's not. I I could see that. I could see that being a possibility, but I'm gonna go with Patty Pimblett by submission.
I can see that too.
Just because I think Patty will try and strike.
Hope he doesn't.
It won't go well. And I think he'll take him down.
Yeah,
Because I think the matchmakers are like, we know we need Patty to win this.
I just don't think Patty's that good. I feel like you're the same with me. Where like he could be a ranked fighter, but like top five now.
No, you should have seen some more leaps and bounds
Yeah.
improvement.
I also don't think the way he gets real big and then cuts real
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's gonna it's
yeah,
not gonna stay long. He can
no,
do it now at this age, but
yeah,
when he gets older,
that's going to hurt eventually. It's more of a concern like you're not training and you're
yeah,
just fucking balloon up that big.
I don't
Maybe
know
he's
how he could
training, but
train.
maybe the
He
diet's
can't
just
be can't be training that hard though if he's that big.
no, I don't think so either. I'm still gonna go Patty by submission.
All right.
And then I would like to see him fight somebody in the top 15. Now this could be in the top 15, like bottom. I'm not 100%
Okay.
sure.
He's not ranked. Bobby Green.
My dog just absolutely ran through the door, ran all the way out here, and ran through the doggy door. Un
He closed the door.
I thought I did too.
I
Apparently
didn't
not.
even hear it.
Unfucking believable. Um, let me find lightweight. Hold on. Also, we only got three
He
minutes left, so we probably gotta like reset.
yeah, or we could just say it real quick.
Lightweight. Um, it's not in the top 10.
It'd be like 15 or 14.
Um, apparently it's
Hope he's not.
so fucking hard to find the fucking rankings. Jesus Christ, dude. Islam pound for pound. Hi.
Sideways, I apologize.
King Green, he is. He is. He's number 15. So
Yeah.
Patty wins this fight.
See, it says King Green.
I didn't
I
know.
don't know if he actually switched it because it would have been like I think I saw that he did it like in the past 3 months.
That's stupid. That's really, really,
Well,
yeah, whatever. I got Patty by submission.
yeah.
I got Tom Aspinall by knockout.
Is he fighting Blades?
Uh, he is fighting.
I think it
Uh,
was Curtis Blades, but
I
I could
think
be
so.
wrong.
Yeah, Curtis Blades.
Yeah, I got Tom Aspinall by knockout. He's got to win this fight.
Oh yeah, if he loses, it's over.
It and John Jones will go on the internet.
Yeah, I wish that this was Cyril Gahn, to be honest with you.
Yeah, why is he not fight him? It's
Um,
in England.
Cyril Gahn offer apparently not offered, but that fight they tried to make it, and then it didn't happen because Tom wanted to fight. Like after this, it got offered, but Tom wants to fight John Jones.
But yeah, because he wants that belt.
Yeah, which he already is the champ. I don't really care what anybody says.
Yeah, I count him as the champion too.
He's the heavyweight champion. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Um, let's reset.
yeah. Then we can talk about.
Then we can talk a little longer about the main event because that we'll
Uh,
probably talk a little longer. So give me 1 second, Nikki. All right, we're back. We're back to your regularly scheduled program of two guys who got giant cocks who, you know, don't do anything with it for the destruction of humankind, but use it for the good of mankind.
I, I can't.
That's my
It's
that's my introduction. Um, yeah, Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades is no joke, though.
yeah. It's
I mean, he's a. I mean, let me see. I believe that he won his last fight. I gotta check. Hold on.
well,
Uh,
yeah. He's not gonna fight Tom Aspinall off a loss.
I meant by like knockout.
Oh,
Uh, hold on. Yeah, UFC 299 was the last time he fought, and he won by knockout in round two. The time he fought before that was in 2023 in April. The heavyweight division's so fucked up, dude. Um,
yeah.
he fought Sergey and lost. He got knocked out.
I think that guy's pretty good though. I'm thinking of
He's
the right one.
he's really good. Um, and then he actually, fun fact, knocked out Tom Aspinall before.
Oh, really?
He knocked out Tom Aspinall in 2022.
I mean, I'm not shocked because the way these heavyweights fight.
Um, now, is that right? Now, if I remember, but I think that there was some tomfoolery to it, and I don't think it was actually a knockout. I'm trying to go back and think of like
I can't
Aspinall's fights.
remember.
I think this is the one where he hurts his knee.
Oh, if it's that one, then I know what you're talking about.
So Aspinall landed a huge knee kick. Yeah, this is the knee fight. So he,
Ooh,
within the first 18 seconds of the fight, he gets in, he lands a giant knee on Blades, starts throwing some shots. They're exchanging.
I
Blades
mean,
lands a shot on Aspinall, who's kind of taking a step back to avoid it or slip the next one that's coming. I guess he
yeah.
steps back and his fucking knee just explodes.
I remember I watched this one live because I
Yeah.
think this is around when Brian Ortega also screwed up his shoulder. I don't know if you remember that. So it was like
Yes.
back to back like weeks of the main events. I could be wrong, but I feel like
I
that
think
was it.
that sounds right. Um, Now what he tore his MCL. Oh fuck. So yeah, his knee completely exploded. He tore his MCL, his meniscus, and a partial ACL tear.
So he didn't get knocked out though.
Not really, no.
No.
So it just says on, I was like reading that and I was like, he knocked out Aspinall. And I went to watch, I was like, I don't remember Aspinall getting knocked out, but it wouldn't surprise me because he has two losses in his record. I don't remember the other one, but I remember he did have the knee injury. So I was like, did he get knocked out the second time he fought? But apparently, no, his knee just fucking exploded. So this is like a rematch, but I don't think they're really calling it Aspinall versus Blades 2. I think they're just kind of calling it Aspinall versus Blades because the first one wasn't really a fight.
Yeah.
It was only 18 seconds long or whatever. Um, I still think that Tom Aspinall is going to win.
Yeah, I think I'll knock him out.
Yeah, and I think that I mean, like the stat that he has, where it's like he is fucking every fight is like a first round finish.
Yeah.
That's broken. It's broken. That's stupid. He's never gonna.
Now
I
to be
mean,
fair, it
go
is
ahead.
at the heavyweight. It is at the heavyweight though.
It is, yeah, but who's doing that? Who's knocking people out in round one? All your fights.
Yeah,
I mean, Nick, he's 22-2. Or he's sorry, different guy. He's 14-3. So I guess he's three losses in his record. When the fuck
yeah.
was the other times that Tom
They
Aspinall
they
lost?
probably lost early on in his career, like before the UFC.
I believe it. He, yeah, he lost in 2015 and he lost in 2016. He lost by submission on a heel hook and he lost. So really, he's only ever like lost once because the very similar to John Jones. He lost in 2016 from illegal elbows. And the last time he really lost was in 2015, whenever he got caught in a heel hook. Now, since his loss from illegal elbows and the fight before he lost from illegal elbows, so if you want to be specific, if you're ignoring the illegal elbows one, Tom Aspinall has won one, two, three, four, five, six fights in a row by first round knockout. Then he won by a second round submission, followed by another first round knockout, then another first round submission. Then his knee exploded, and then his last two fights he won by first round knockouts. This guy, and by the way, knocking out Sergey, I can never pronounce this guy's last name. Pavlovich or I fucking suck at pronouncing it now, but he
Yeah,
knocked the fuck out of Sergey. He would beat John Jones.
maybe.
I believe it.
Well, it just depends if John Jones can take him down.
But he's choking fools out too.
Yeah, but choking guys out at the heavyweight's a lot different. Like John Jones wrestling is
I
insane.
understand what John Jones wrestling is. I, I am
I'm just
more.
saying,
I don't know. I think that he's just insane.
yeah,
I gotta ask when I'm winning the fight.
yeah, same.
Uh,
All right, let's get to the sleeper.
Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. Uh, Finally giving Bilal his fight, which let's be honest, I guess he technically deserves it.
I
Unfortunately,
guess.
I guess they're both 23-3.
I mean, he's in
Uh,
the welterweight division, so I
yeah,
don't think anyone ever deserves a title shot in that one.
no. Last time Bilal Muhammad fought was in May of 2023. He waited over a year for this fight.
Who did he fight?
He beat Gilbert
Oh,
Burns.
Burns. Oh yeah, Burns hurt his leg or what? He was one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this fight. Or he hurt his shoulder. I remember trying to take him down.
And then he won his last fight before that in 2022 by decision. Then he beat Sean Brady by knockout. And then in 2021, he beat Stephen Thompson. That is probably his most impressive win. Um, so I mean, he's on like a 6 fight win streak.
Yeah, and these two, this is kind of like a co-main event. They have fought each other before, but it got stopped early. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not. I can't. I didn't know.
Yeah, eye poke.
Oh, you're right. This is the fucking eye. This is the dumb fucking eye poke thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I totally forgot about this. I cannot believe I forgot about this.
yeah. So
Oh,
it says like Edwards versus what's this guy's name? Muhammad too. I'm like, yeah. The first one, I don't know how long the fight went.
forgot this ended that way. The fair. I forgot. I forgot they ever fought. It was such an insignificant thing, and neither of these guys really mattered up until a year and a half ago, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
Um,
I
maybe
mean,
longer.
Shakov's coming to wreck whoever wins.
Fuck. Good luck. Obviously Leon Edwards head kick Kamaru Usman, luckily, and then beat him pretty legit the third time around, and then beat
Yeah,
the fuck out of Colby, who I guess had a broken foot, but still beat Colby.
yeah. I'm still not impressed by Leon. If he can win this one, I'll be impressed.
I'm I was impressed with his third fight with Usman.
But that's Usman. Fighters are never the same after they get knocked out,
I know. I know.
especially his first fight back.
I'm
And then,
still gonna roll with Leon Edwards. I'm gonna
yeah,
roll with my alarm's going off. That means I gotta get going here. I'm still gonna roll with Leon Edwards only because every time it's only happened twice. We said this guy's gonna get killed. He wins.
yeah,
And I don't think that Bilal Muhammad has faced a level of competition. Like he's never fought an Usman.
no.
He's never fought a Colby Covington.
The only reason I would pick Bilal Muhammad is because he's trained with Khabib. But
Yeah, but he's
I'm going
not
with Edwards.
Khabib.
No,
Like,
I know, but like when you train with them, they train like crazy over there.
is he
But yeah,
from Dagestan?
I don't think so. He went over there to train with them though, because like he's told stories about it, and like Khabib might be in his corner in this fight. I don't remember.
I mean, if that's true, I would go with Bilal if Khabib is actually going to be in his corner. I don't even know then. I think that
I
Leon.
still, I
It's
think
a.
it's going to decision no matter what.
I think it comes down. I think it comes down to the wrestling.
I don't think they'll wrestle.
I don't think they'll wrestle either. And
If they don't wrestle, Leon will kill him because Leon's the best striker
yeah,
in that division.
I think Leon. I think Leon will beat him up, and I think that Leon is good enough on the ground to avoid Bilal taking him down.
I mean, if he can go against Kamar Usman, but
Yeah, I think let me rephrase that. I think his takedown defense is good enough
yeah,
to avoid it, and watch this be the fight of the year.
it could be, but I think Leon's gonna win like 4-1 in decision.
I could see a decision because
I could see Bilal.
I don't think Leon's knocking him out.
Yeah, I don't.
Um,
Yeah,
I mean it's possible, I guess. I mean this fight's still a coin toss, but like if you had to ask me who I think is better, even though I'm not super impressed with him
yeah, it's Leon Edwards.
yet, I still think it's Leon Edwards.
Yeah,
Now the story's great. Like you and I have a different opinion about it than most other people do, I guess. While I still think that the story's great, it still agitates me I get the Rocky thing, but like
Oh, that stupid thing where he's pouting
Rocky,
the whole fight.
yeah, Rocky wasn't pouting the
Ro-
entire fight when he was getting his ass kicked. Um, that's just me, I guess.
Yeah, it's
I still like Leon Edwards.
yeah.
It's just I
Oh, I
like
like him too. It's
I just don't believe that when he runs into Shavkat Rachmanov that fight's close in any capacity.
well, I think Leon's a better striker than Shaka, but
I don't care.
I think overall Shaka. We'll have to see because he still doesn't face the top guy, like top.
I think he's gonna break his face.
I could see it, but
That guy's an assassin. But anyways, I got Leon Edwards. Who you got?
yeah, I got Leon Edwards too. Decision.
All right. Well, we got to wrap this one up because I have to go.
Yeah,
Well, like
I
now,
know.
not gonna make it in time. But
All right.
um, hope you enjoyed this episode of Forever Talking. We talk nothing forever. My name is Ian Moore with my commentating partner and co-host Nicholas, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Okay, like,
Peace.
I'm
Adios.
okay,
Bye-bye.
okay.